मनोज, आपसे शुरू करते हैं। आपके बारे में, आपके जर्नी के बारे में हमें कुछ बताइए।
बेसिकली मैं उत्तराखंड देवभूमि से हूँ और देवभूमि के एक छोटा सा शहर है रुद्रपुर, वहां पे रहता हूँ। बैडमिंटन खेलना मैंने रुद्रपुर से स्टार्ट करा और मैंने तब से खेल रहा हूँ जब वहां पे साधन बिल्कुल नहीं थे, और आज के टाइम में बैडमिंटन रुद्रपुर में बहुत फेमस है। और रुद्रपुर से खेलते हुए देश के लिए खेला, फिर देश में मेडल जीते, और कम से कम 63 अबव मेडल है मेरे पास इंटरनेशनल लेवल के। और उस सारे मेडल्स के पीछे आपको बताना चाहूंगा कि गो स्पोर्ट्स का एक बहुत बड़ा रोल है। एग्जाम्पल के तौर पे बताऊंगा मेरे लाइफ से रिलेटेड कि गो स्पोर्ट्स जो है, बेसिकली मेरे लाइफ में दो काम उन्होंने बहुत अच्छा करा। पहला, मेरे स्पोर्ट्स जर्नी में लाइक अ बॉडी, आप स्ट्रक्चर में कहेंगे तो रीढ़ की हड्डी की तरह काम करा उन्होंने। दूसरी चीज, आप सभी मूवीज देखते हैं, मूवीज में अगर बैकग्राउंड म्यूजिक ना हो तो अच्छा नहीं होता। सेम वैसे ही एज अ स्पोर्ट पर्सन, अगर हमारी लाइफ में गो स्पोर्ट जैसे फाउंडेशन नहीं हो, आप बिलीव नहीं करेंगे कि हम लोग हो सकता है उस लेवल पे नहीं पहुंच सके। और एक लास्ट गो स्पोर्ट्स के लिए मैं बोलना चाहूंगा कि अभी वर्तमान टाइम में गो स्पोर्ट एक बहुत अच्छा काम कर रही है, और वो मैं आपको सामने शेयर करना चाहता हूँ कि न्यू जनरेशन, जैसे आप देख सकते हैं कि न्यू जनरेशन जो यंग, जो अभी स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं खेलना, उनके लिए ही कदम स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं कि वो धीरे धीरे आगे आए और देश का नाम रोशन करें। जय हिंद।
थैंक यू वेरी मच मनोज। प्रीति, आपके जर्नी के बारे में कुछ बताइए हमें।
Hello everyone. I started my journey in the sailing in 2016. I won nationals gold in 2019. After that, I moved into Olympic class board. It's a 470 board. It's a mixed board. In that also, I won national gold medal. After that, I have 3 trials to qualify for the Asian Games. After that, I won 2 trials because I didn't won one trial because I got chicken pox. So I recovered from that and I qualified for the Asian Games 2023. And thank you so much Go Sports for giving me big support and encouraging me from back. Thank you.
Amazing. All the best to you, Preeti. Moving to Varun.
हेलो एवरीवन। एंड मुझे अभी विश्वास नहीं हो रहा है कि मुझे ये स्पोर्ट्स करते करते 13 साल हो चुके हैं। एंड मैंने अपने स्पोर्ट्स कैरियर की शुरुआत 2010 में की बास्केटबॉल से, और मेरा एक ही सपना था कि मैं बास्केटबॉल में नेशनल्स खेल पाऊँ, लेकिन वो कभी पूरा नहीं हुआ। तो मेरे पीटीआई टीचर ने मुझे रिकमेंड किया कि मैं हाई जंप करूँ। एंड देन 2010 में मैंने अपना पहला जोनल कंपटीशन खेला जिसमें मैं सेकंड रहा, और जब मैं वहाँ पर सेकंड रहा तो मेरा सिलेक्शन स्टेट लेवल मीट के लिए हुआ जहाँ पर मैं 5th रहा। और वहीं से मैंने हाई जंप को थोड़ा सीरियसली लिया, और उसके बाद 2012 में मेरा सिलेक्शन दोबारा स्टेट लेवल मीट के लिए हुआ। एंड देन अगेन उस लेवल मीट में मैंने गोल्ड मेडल जीता, और फिर से मेरा सिलेक्शन नेशनल लेवल के हुआ, और उस नेशनल लेवल में मैंने ब्रॉन्ज मेडल जीता। और वहाँ से मेरी शुरुआत हुई हाई जंप करियर की, और 2014 में मैंने अपना पहला इंटरनेशनल लेवल मीट खेली। एंड देन 2016 से मैं गो स्पोर्ट्स से जुड़ा हुआ हूँ, और इन 13 सालों में मैंने एक ही बात सीखी है कि स्पोर्ट्स नीड्स, स्पोर्ट्स इक्विपमेंट्स, अपैरल्स, ये एक एथलीट की लाइफ में बहुत ज़रूरी है। लेकिन उससे भी ज़रूरी है एक बिलीव, एक ऐसा बिलीव जो किसी भी एथलीट को जब दिया जाए जब वो अपने लोवेस्ट फेज में हो, और गो स्पोर्ट्स ने वो काम बहुत ही अच्छी तरह से किया है मेरे लिए। और टॉप जितने भी वर्ल्ड के टॉप लेवल कॉम्पिटिशन्स हैं, चाहे वो पैरालंपिक्स हो, एशियन गेम्स हो, वर्ल्ड चैम्पियनशिप्स हो, मेरा उन सभी में मेरा मेडल है, और गो स्पोर्ट्स ने मेरा उन सभी में काफ़ी अच्छा साथ दिया है। तो जैसे मैंने आपसे बताया कि एक बिलीफ सिस्टम बहुत ज़रूरी है, और गो स्पोर्ट्स ने मेरा साथ जब दिया जब मेरे पास कोई मेडल नहीं था, और वो मुझे अब भी सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं जब मैं इतना अच्छा परफॉर्म नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे। तो ये स्केचर्स का और ये गो स्पोर्ट्स का जो कोलैबोरेशन है, ये सिर्फ एक स्पॉन्सर्स नहीं है, ये एक बिलीव है उन सभी एथलीट्स के लिए जो कहीं ना कहीं किसी न किसी कारण से अपना स्पोर्ट छोड़ना चाह रहे थे। तो थैंक यू सो मच फॉर बिलीविंग इन अस, एंड थैंक यू सो मच।
Thank you very much. Sanjana?
Yeah, hello, I am Sanjana Joshi, triathlete. I wanted to make my career as a professional swimmer, but I got introduced to triathlon sport. It's a very interesting and endurance sport, so I'm continuing it with it. I started participating in international events and winning national events from 2021. And since I participated in Commonwealth Games last year, Go Sports has been helping me, and they are supporting me in procuring some equipments and travel. So they are the team for me, and that's it.
Thank you so much. Very well said. These are our athletes, very inspiring. Once again, a huge round of applause for them, as well as Go Sports, who's doing this wonderful, wonderful initiative for the athletes of our nation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, is the time that we've all been waiting for with bated breath. Ji haan. It's time to call on our leading lady and the Skechers brand ambassador. She's an actress, she's a fitness icon, an entrepreneur, and Bollywood's celebrated sensation. May we have an AV, please? First things first, Kriti, it's so good to have you back here. The last time I saw you, we were screaming and shouting, and we had such a good time at the walkathon. And we truly were one with the crowd, if you may. You even walked a bit, if I'm
Yeah.
not
I
mistaken.
remember last year. Firstly, thank you so much, all of you, for being here. It's always a pleasure to come back to Skechers Walkathon. I think it kind of gets the community of walkers together.
True.
And it sort of promotes the simplest way of staying fit, which is walking. And I'm really excited this time. I mean, I remember last time the energy that I saw at that event was like, I have never seen something like that. I've never seen so many people walk together.
Yeah, with so
with
much
that
excitement.
enthusiasm
Yeah.
and the excitement.
Absolutely.
And this time we're also, Skechers is supporting a really, really great cause, of developing athletes at the grassroots level, supporting Go Sports. And it's just amazing to be also, while we inspire people to walk, to stay fit, we're also supporting something that is just so important, for our country.
True that. Well, the last time, as you said, was just an absolute energy rush. We saw so many people walking with so much excitement. A lot of people dancing as well. And then we had to tell them, no dancing, please walking. I remember that. But what are you looking forward to most this year?
I think just a lot more energy. I'm assuming it's going to be
If
like
that's even
amazing. I
possible.
remember, that early morning. Oh my God, it was amazing. Early morning, I remember I reached there at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And, everyone was just so enthused to walk together and do something as a community and just promote fitness. And it was just absolutely mind-blowing as an experience for me. And this year, just the cause that Skechers is supporting is something new. It's something refreshing. It's something that I'm really looking forward to. And it's something I feel which is the need for the hour. It is, I kind of knew, we all know about the struggles of athletes in general, but I didn't know the fact that 82% of athletes actually drop out, before the age of 18 because of lack of resources. And just being able to help in that cause is amazing. I feel there are many, many more amazingly talented athletes that we have in our country who probably are just not getting a chance.
Absolutely.
So, to be a part of that and their journey is amazing. It's giving me goosebumps right now. And the AC.
Well, speaking of amazingly talented athletes, we have 4 of them right here with us on the stage. Is there anything you'd like to say to them? A message for them?
Absolutely. I really, really want to say, firstly, it's an honor to be sharing the stage with you all. And your journeys are very, very inspiring to so many more. So thank you. बड़े सपने देखने के लिए और उन सपनों को सच करने के लिए और बहुत लोगों के लिए इंस्पिरेशन बनने के लिए and thank you so much for making us so proud.
You truly make us proud. Thank you very much. Truly very inspiring. Thank you so much to our athletes. हमारे athletes के लिए जोरदार तालियां. Thank you very much. And I request our athletes to please take your seat.
See, I feel that, so firstly, Skechers sort of symbolizes technology, really good-looking, cool-looking shoes, which are extremely comfortable and very high-end technology is used.
Right.
And it is something that I feel Skechers is a brand that everyone uses, from me to my parents to grandparents that I know that only wear Skechers.
Yeah.
And I always like the fact that they are very innovative as a brand. They always want to do something different, do something more, not very easily satisfied. And, that's somewhat my personality. So I kind of really gel with them. And I really like the cause that every time I'm going to a Skechers event, there is a different cause that they're supporting and involved in. And this time when I got to know and I was hearing the stories of all the athletes and, even Go Sports and how it's really, really helped strengthen and, sort of support the athletes and give them funds and, really develop athletes at the grassroots level. I feel like India has had good participation. For example, in 2020 Olympics, we had about 125 participants from our country, 7 winners, but still that number was very, very low as compared to many other countries with, say, 1/4 of our population. And their winners' numbers were equivalent to our participant numbers. Correct. So I really feel like we have a lot of talent and a lot of people who really, really can sort of be out there on the international stage, and they just need someone to believe in them. They just need some people to just, be the backbone, support. And I love the fact that this year's Skechers Walkathon, like a part of the registration, is going to go to Go Sports in supporting all these athletes. So that is commendable.
All right. Assuming, Kriti, that you are going to hashtag Go Walk, the 4th edition of the Skechers Walkathon, throwing a googly away, which category
that I do. So I end up, a lot of times people ask me, okay, how are you so fit? And of course, I'm a fitness enthusiast. I work out. But there's something that जो मैं बचपन से करते आ रही हूँ unknowingly, which is walk and talk. Okay, I really like the moment I get a phone call, I have springs in my leg. I just get up and I don't even realize and I'm walking in my room. Sometimes I'm sick and I'm exhausted and I'm not supposed to be walking and my dad just enters and he's like, can you please stop? Because I just...
Second nature.
It is second nature. I don't know what happens to me. I just start walking the moment I get a call. So, and my bachpan mein, when I used to study for exams, I used to learn my course and I used to walk and learn. Yeah, वो रट्टा मारते हैं ना चलते चलते. So walking is like second nature to me, and I feel like I'll really finish that 10 kilometers like this because I'm just going to be on a call, and I won't even realize when I finish that 10 kilometers.
Amazing. So all we need to make sure is that someone calls Kriti before the race
and is good at conversations. Stress calls make me walk faster. So.
Oh no, we would not wish that for you, but we hope someone calls you. But I'm so glad that you've chosen the toughest category and no prizes for guessing. I'm 100% sure you're going to complete it if you were to walk the race. Well, thank you so much for answering all my questions so wonderfully. But now it's time for you to answer some more questions from our media.
Is anyone joining me? There's some 3 seats
Yes,
here.
absolutely. And joining you on either sides are 2 of our favorite men that have already come here. So may I please request Rahul Veera and John Gloucester, please join us back on stage.
What is the significance of this walkathon?
Sorry, sir, can you repeat?
What is the significance of this walkathon?
What is the significance of this walkathon?
So basic idea about walkathon is that, walking is the simplest form of exercise. And we want, the people to take walking as part of their daily activity to stay fit. And bringing everybody together as a community, it's taking walking to the next level, bringing in a lot of energy and, trying to get everybody into a mood to make this as part of their daily routine. Sorry?
What is this event focusing on?
It's focusing on, so the 2023 walkathon is going to look at two objectives. One is obviously promote walking. And as we said earlier, part of the proceeds of this walkathon is going towards the long-term athlete development program, which we are partnering with Go Sports.
All right.
I think also on that point, community, I think is a big piece of this. And from community and mass community events comes awareness. And the more awareness we have about the situation with our athletes in this country, the more change we can affect. And by the Go Sports Foundation aligning ourselves with such a strong and established partner in the community space, there's a great opportunity for everybody, the Indian community as a whole, to be more aware of how we can all help to position our athletes and therefore India on the global stage. So I think the community piece is going to be a really big part of this.
Wonderful. I hope that answers your question. Yes?
Hi, Kriti. Hi,
Hi.
Samir here from Movie Talkies.
Hi,
You just spoke about the Olympic and athletes that we need to encourage them. So I just want to know your point of view. How does this campaign helps the athletes like in the small villages, coming from the rural areas, because this is an urban city you are campaigning here. So
See, I think Go Sports helps athletes all across and gives them that ground level support in development, in giving them funds, resources, better coaching, and helping them in every way. I think you heard some stories right here of the support and the backbone that Go Sports has been. So a part of the proceeds, as Rahul said, is going to Go Sports, which is going to help hopefully the future athletes of India.
And again, on that point, so much of the talent in this country, sporting talent, is coming from the rural areas. And what we don't want to see is this dropout rate. So a lot of these kids, extremely talented, they reach that 15 to 18 year threshold and then drop out. And it's purely through lack of resources. But most of that talent is coming out of the rural areas, beyond the tier 1s and tier 2s in India. Okay, so we need to keep exploring that space. And as an organization and through collaborations such as this, nurturing that space and supporting it financially. And I think that's where we're going to see the biggest benefit is helping the rural athlete come to the fore internationally for us.
All right. Anyone else? Yes, there's a lady right at the back.
Hi, Amit from Punjab Kesari. Is there any upper age limit for each walk?
Could you repeat, please?
Is there any upper age limit for each walk?
Upper limit is 10
Yes.
kilometers. Upper age.
Age limit
For walk?
for the walk. There is no such.
No, there is no age limit. for
Are
the
you
walk.
asking for the event or just generally for
Age limit.
Oh no! So
Walkathon.
there's no upper limit for this. Anybody can walk. So we in fact have different like walks, like a 10 kilometer, 5 kilometer, and then there is a fun walk, which is I think 3 kilometers, and that you can have. The only thing is that we have age restrictions in terms of at the lower level. We I think are looking at kids above 7 years can or 5 years that can participate, but otherwise there is no restriction.
Yeah.
And that's the point. Anybody can walk.
These shoes were made for walking. Anyone else? You have a
Where's
very
Nayandeep? I saw
satisfying crowd
Nayandeep.
here.
You don't have any questions? How come? Don't ask me anything controversial.
So
This is why I put you on a spot.
no, I would have anyway asked you in my interview, but still I'm gonna ask you now. So I don't work out, okay, and we keep seeing all of
Why?
because I just can't lift those weights. I've been asked not to because of costochondritis that I suffer from. But like you said, that I walk a lot. Like I walk for 1.5 hours daily, almost.
Wow.
Now, I want to know that a lot of people actually have this misconception. A lot of my friends who also work out have this misconception that they shouldn't walk because they lose out on muscles. They don't want to walk. What do you have to say about that?
No, I feel like firstly, walking is, in our lifestyle, we've just stopped walking because we have made everything so convenient. There are lifts, there are elevators, there are cars, you're never really walking, and I think पहले ज़माने में ज़्यादा लोग चलते थे, market तक चल के जाते थे, and they used to not take their cars out for every little distance. And they used to live a longer life. They used to be a lot more healthier. So I think it has nothing to do with losing muscle. I think you might just have great calves if you're walking a lot.
Yeah.
So that is definitely a misconception. Having said that, coming back to why you don't work out, weights is not the only kind of workout. So that should not be your excuse at all. I'm very, very proud that you walk for 1.5 hours. That's a lot. But yeah, it's nice to get like some form of yoga or something else, anything that suits your body.
And also let walking be the entry point for other forms of exercise, exactly as you said. So that's
walk
your
to the
starting
gym.
point. Exactly, walk to the gym and then start at the gym. But walking, there's no truth scientifically about losing muscle mass because of walking. In fact, there's enough scientific studies to show that the benefits of walking, in some cases, actually outweigh that of running. So use it and use it as a tool to enter into other activity spaces. Could be swimming, could be cycling, could be the gym, could be yoga, could be aerobics, could be something else. But there's no excuse not to walk.
Could be dancing, which you do.
Okay, I have one more question, which I would have anyway asked. So as an actor, you go through different body types, like you have to change your body type according to roles, And usually the common myth is that everybody's fitness is equivalent to how they are or the shape that they are in. That's what people actually think. But it's a lot larger than that. It's a conversation which is a lot larger than that. You gained so many kilos for Mimi, then you lost it, and then you go into different body prototype for different films. How do you maintain that? Does that ever take a toll on your health? Does that ever take a toll on your fitness?
See, you just have to do it. Of course, if I have to, for example, gain weight for films very often, it will take a toll on my health. So I'm going to choose not to do that. If I have to do it once in, some years is still okay. But the idea is to do it at the right pace. You can never start just suddenly gain weight in the wrong ways and suddenly lose it. That is, you're shocking your body and that's sort of harmful. And you have to do it under some sort of supervision, which I did. I had a proper dietitian taking care of what I eat. So she made sure while I was gaining weight, I was still giving my body good nutrients. But I did realize during that time how important fitness is, because for those 3 months, I lose weight like this. So I was not allowed to do yoga, do any form of stretching, not even walk too much. So actually my only walking that was happening was when I got my calls. And that was it, and by the end of those 3 months, I really started feeling unfit because I realized like my knees were clicking, basic things of like sitting on the floor and getting up was an effort, and that at my age should never be. So it's just very important to take care of your body. And yes, fitness has nothing to do with your size or the number of abs you have. It is really to do with like your strength, your core strength, your flexibility, your balance, all of that.
All right, here we have another question, and we're going to take only one more after that.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. So, कृति जी, कुछ ही घंटों में हमारा चंद्रयान 3 अब चंद्रमा पर लैंड करने वाला है. सो क्या कृति जी चाहती हैं, मानती हैं कि स्केचर्स तरीके से एक रूपरेखा बनाए एंड एक ढांचा बनाए, देन आराम से वो लैंड करे एंड पूरी दुनिया की नजर है?
इस सवाल के लिए जोरदार तालियां.
आपने क्या कहाँ से जोड़ दिया, कैसे जोड़ दिया, मुझे समझ में नहीं आया.
एंड आपकी तरफ से एक विश,
मतलब स्केचर्स ऐसे मून शूज बनाए, क्या बनाए
जो तो समझ में नहीं आ सकते हैं.
स्केचर्स चंद्रयान बनाए. हाँ,
चंद्रयान 3 हमारा जो है लैंड करने वाला है मून पर, सारी दुनिया की नजर है. तो क्या कृति जी क्या कुछ विश करना चाहेंगी एंड सारी दुनिया की नजर है, एंड क्या चाहती है कि स्केचर्स तरीके से एक रूपरेखा बनाए, एक ढांचा बनाए, देन आराम से वो लैंड करे जिससे पूरी दुनिया की नजर है?
पता नहीं स्केचर्स क्या बना सकता है, इसमें तो आप सर से ही पूछिए, मुझे नहीं समझ में आएगा. बट having said that, I'm very excited actually about the landing. हर थोड़ी देर में हम लोग चेक कर रहे हैं ऑनलाइन कब टेलीकास्ट होने वाला है. वो टाइम कुछ 4 मिनट ऊपर नीचे कभी कभी चेंज हो रहा है. सो वेरी वेरी एक्साइटेड. इट्स अ वेरी प्राउड मोमेंट फॉर ऑल ऑफ अस, एंड आई एम रियली thrilled to actually watch it happen.
All right, we're going to take our final question. Anyone? Yeah, gentleman, the lady at the back. Yes.
Hi. So, I'm always a chubby kid and I've always been working out and walking and running. But I just need few tips from you, like from experts like you, tips on recovery. Because I became so obsessive over step count and by end of the day, my feet really hurt. So anything like you do, anything generic, to maintain that.
So one thing I make sure is that I listen to my body. It's very important to listen to your body, what your body is saying. It would give you signals that you need to calm down and rest, and that time you need to rest. So overdoing anything is not good. I like in my routine slowly building up. So say, I have, for example, I went for like a 20-day holiday and I've come back. My body is not going to be at the same level as what it was when I worked out constantly for a month. So you have to start slow and you have to again build it up and get it to the same level. So I would just say if your feet are hurting, don't walk.
Can I jump in there and just on the back of that point, and we've only got to talk to these athletes here and take a leaf out of their book about what is the most important part of their performance journey, and that is recovery. And we talk about, in the sports medicine world, we talk about the 3 pillars. And the first pillar is the one of preparation. Are you prepared adequately for that task? Then we talk about the performance piece, which is the activity itself or the match day or the game day. But then the piece after that is the recovery piece. And are we focusing on that effectively enough? Because if we don't, and we don't get that bit right, it impacts negatively then on all the other 2 pillars. Okay, so we talked to all our athletes here, and they'll give you some great insights, particularly about the recovery piece that you identified, because that's your nutrition, your hydration, your warm downs, your stretching, etc., etc. So let's get that bit right, and your feet will be perfect. Trust me.
Just to add to that, I'm going to make my sales pitch. Okay, we
and wear Skechers.
We also make recovery footwear, which is
great.
Great plug-in.
Yeah, wonderful. Now the only thing that's left for Skechers to do is to make something that could work on the moon.
Yeah, that.
Our
Skechers has to make now
shoes
more
are so
shoes after this.
comfortable.
Absolutely. Well, guys, thank you so much. This has been phenomenal. A huge round of applause for Rahul, for John, and of course for our lovely lady, Kriti Sanon.